welcome to That Geography channel. I'm coming to you a bit differently this week. Decided to just do a bit of talking and sharing. So today I'm going to be talking about a podcast that I listened to on the back of last week's episode where we spoke about maritime maroons and we looked at a landscape of freedom that was the sea. And I recalled a podcast that I listened to in the early part of 2022. This podcast is called Into the Depths. It's a National Geographic podcast created by a National Geographic explorer called Tara Roberts. And it's a 6-part podcast series following Tara's story where she has given up her job and she is going along with a company called Diving with a Purpose. And Diving with a Purpose go across the world and they go diving looking for shipwreckages, specifically from the time of the slave trade. So they are going to uncover the history and the stories that kind of are happening around these boats. And the thing that I really love about the podcast is that we go on a journey which is both personal and it is also applicable to a lot more people. Tara really goes into her own family history. We meet her mum, we meet her cousin, we meet many parts of her family, and we hear the kind of in-depth thoughts that she has about her journey of going along and going and diving and seeing these ships. And we really get in touch with the emotion behind that. You know, actually going and diving and seeing the ships where people were carried from their homes to a new space of cruelty, essentially. We go through the emotions with her, and I think that's the beauty of the podcast. Sometimes when we look at these topics, it can be really challenging. It's not a nice part of history. It's not something that we only want to be remembered for, but I think it's essential for us to know. And I think the fact that Tara so beautifully weaves this story where we go on this roller coaster of a journey, but we always come out at the end at healing, I think is just like the cherry on top of the cake. And she speaks about the Maritime Underground Railroad, which she was surprised to hear about, and I think not many people know about. We've heard of the Underground Railroad, but we haven't heard of the Maritime Underground Railroad, which were the waterways that were used to help people escape from slavery. And I think that was definitely, you know, a new piece of learning. And it was nice to be able to not feel like you were the only one that didn't know the information. It was really nice to know that the person creating the documentary or the podcast, they were going on that journey of discovery as well. As a storyteller, Tara has really thought about every aspect. We have poetry, we have soundscapes, we have excerpts from books, we have interviews with a range of people, and Tara does such a fantastic job of actually describing the people. So I guess we're used to seeing these kind of things as a visual documentary, but because it's an audio documentary, she does such a great job at painting the picture, and you know, you actually feel like you're there with her. You can imagine being in the spaces in the countries that she's gone to visit. You can imagine being in the water. And I think that, yeah, it's just done an excellent job of telling a part of history in an immersive way, in an emotional way, in a touching way. And I think, yeah, it's such a great thing to get in tune with. So I'm coming today because I wanted to share just this podcast with you, and I'd highly recommend that you listen to it. Like I said, it's 6 parts, 30 minutes each. So definitely check it out. And yeah. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about this video. Like, comment and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Yeah, it's been fun.